Hello and welcome back to Chemicals Knowledge Hub TV, your one-stop shop for industry interviews and insight. My name's David, and today we are joined by Didier COMBIS, who is Global Head of Business Development at SEQENS CDMO. Didier, thank you so much for joining us today. Could you just tell us a little bit more about SEQENS and its operations, please?
Sure. Hi, David. SEQENS is a €1 billion chemical company employing 3,000 people worldwide. We are actually operating 24 chemical sites in Europe, Asia, and USA. Roughly half of the group activity is in specialty chemicals, and the other half in small molecules, drug substances. So the pharma business is organized around two business units. One for very large volume APIs like aspirin or paracetamol, which is also called acetaminophen in the US, which is actually a key API in fighting COVID-19. And the other business unit is called SEQENS CDMO, and SEQENS CDMO is focusing on providing services to develop new chemical entities and to produce active pharmaceutical ingredients, APIs, at commercial scales, either patented or generic APIs.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about the innovation that SEQENS is bringing to the pharmaceutical industry at the moment.
Sure. So two important factors need to be considered. First, today, more than 2/3 of the new medicines are based on small molecules. During 2019, the US Food and Drug Administration approved 48 new drugs, and among these 48, 38 were new chemical entities based on a chemical product. So it means last year, 79% of the new medicines were derived from chemical science and chemical technology. In addition to that, now the majority of these new chemical entities are being developed at least until phase 2 by virtual or emerging pharmaceutical companies, which are also called biotech, even if most of them work with chemical substances. And these companies, usually, they do not have the internal capabilities for chemical development, and they need to outsource everything regarding the drug substance. They need to rely on experts with a good track record for this job. So SEQENS is perfectly positioned on this spot to manage the CMC drug substance work. So SEQENS, the global R&D center where I'm based today, west of Paris, employs more than 100 scientists and runs 3 pilot units, which is a powerful platform to bring molecules forward. And this site is actually also supported by 2 other teams, one near Boston and one in Germany in the Black Forest.
Okay, so in terms of some of the benefits that you have, talk to me about speed to market at the moment, which is particularly important when a lot of development is happening around the world. We're seeing things happening at breakneck speed. What is it that you're able to offer in terms of speed?
Sure. So definitely the speed advantage SEQENS can offer to its customers is based on 4 key items. So first is good science. Reaching critical development milestones up to the NDA submission is a long process for an emerging pharmaceutical company. It's a long journey to a successful commercial launch, and it is essential for the CDMO to help the pharma company to navigate the CMC work complexity. SEQENS, with strong R&D teams and scientist experience in hundreds of projects, can offer this. Second point is good project management. This is key to meet tight timelines. Everybody will tell you, oh, yes, we are good at project management, but you really need experienced people and a robust organization to make it happen, to stick to the timelines. The third strong items, I believe, is to be in position to provide full CMC services under one roof for the drug substance. It means not only being capable to handle process and analytical development, but also expertise in regulatory affairs, expertise in solid state chemistry to facilitate the formulation, expertise in modern methodologies like quality by design. So you need to offer the full package. And the fourth, and the last point for speed along a development process is to be in position to have the critical mass, critical size. Indeed, a CDMO needs to deal with uncertainty to fix the problem. So developing a new chemical entity is a long, multi-year process, plenty of unexpected things. And SEQENS lab in Porcherville operate 3 pilot units with a large team on the same platform, which make our life easier to find extra resources if needed. For example, we can double the size of the team if necessary to accelerate the PAR studies or to fix an unexpected technical problem.
Just on technology, what is it that you bring from a technology point of view that really helps the pharmaceuticals relying on you for their molecules?
Yes, so definitely we are in position to bring very interesting technologies to our customers. So first, SEQENS CDMO is in position to master complexity in organic chemistry. The new molecular entities are more and more complex, and we are dealing with most of the typical organic chemistry reactions, and also the special ones like extremely low temperature, cryogenic chemistry down to minus 80 degrees at lab, pilot, or large commercial scale. And we're also dealing with very high pressure, up to 100 bars, or very high temperature. In addition to that, SEQENS is also now heavily investing in new technologies like flow chemistry. We are equipped with continuous bench reactors and analytical tools for appropriate data acquisition. And at the end of the year, we will install a new GMP pilot for flow, capable of handling difficult reactions like nitration or halogenation. And finally, SEQENS is a world leader in protein engineering and biocatalysis applied to pharmaceutical synthesis. We operate a dedicated R&D center called Proteus in the south of France to develop greener and cost-competitive processes for API using enzymes. This technology was actually awarded the Nobel Prize of Chemistry last year through Frances Arnold, which shows how important is biocatalysis.
Interesting stuff. Didier, we are almost out of time, but I just want to wrap up by asking how the coronavirus crisis has been impacting your business around emerging pharmaceuticals. And, you know, lots of organizations are finding opportunities within the crisis and within the change of circumstances. Very quickly, how is that playing out for you?
Sure. So in the very short term, the COVID crisis impacts some of our customers and may slow down some clinical programs. Indeed, the difficulty to access hospitals and difficulty to maintain the safety level for patients involved in clinical trials makes the clinical progress more difficult. On the other hand, everybody realizes now how important it is to develop and manufacture locally in Europe and in the United States critical medicines, and how important it is today to have the possibility to produce in-house the critical chemicals which enable the synthesis of active ingredients. Even if you are far from the end, if you are 6 chemical steps away from the final substance, it is better to have a good control. That's where SEQENS is unique, with the possibility to produce from readily available chemicals very complex substances in Europe or United States. The group operates non-GMP facilities where we can start synthesis from simple chemicals, offering more security and back integration to our customers. So if to summarize in few words, with SEQENS, emerging pharmaceutical companies can rely on a company sufficiently experienced to take the right decision in the development, to solve scientific problems, and big enough to produce under its umbrella what needs to be produced to guarantee supply security and meet timelines.
Didier, thank you very much indeed for joining us here today on Chemicals Knowledge Hub TV. Look forward to speaking to you again in the future. Bye for now.
Yeah, thank you very much. Bye-bye.